I think when we are on our journey to wanting to be successful or on our journey to greatness, people are either going to like us or they're not going to like us. People are going to like the work that we do or they're not going to like the work we do. Ultimately, the validation that we gain should be the validation we get from ourselves because we are the ones that have those long nights of working hard to hone in on our craft. We are the ones that go through the roadblocks of getting denied or even somebody saying no to us to something that we want to do. We are the ones that literally sit with our own thoughts of, are we good enough to be successful when we've gotten so many no's? All of that, we have to be able to create our own validation of trusting where we are going in life. And your story is so awesome, Grant, because there have been plenty of no's and people have like, no, not now. Or you've had some type of health thing that pops up out of nowhere and you're just like, what the heck? What is the universe trying to tell me right now? And so as we have these conversations, people have to realize that sometimes we give up before we actually get our next yes. It's kind of when people run, if you're into running, I think there's a quote that says, sometimes people quit before they catch their second wind. And that's so real when it comes to running because if you are a runner out there, you know that first 2 or 3 minutes, you're like, dang, I really don't want to go anymore. But if you just go another minute or two, you catch that second wind and you're kind of in your groove. And so as we switch gears and we start getting into mental health, we know that you have had a fantastic journey to where you are now in a world or society that sometimes discourages people from going for it. What is the one thing that keeps you laser focused so you don't get distracted by the naysayers?
Yeah, absolutely. It's it's one of those things where I read a lot of books, right? And constantly, over and over, everyone's saying if you want to be successful, you have to know your why. You have to know why you're doing it. Honestly, I think the what keeps me going, even if I have haters. I mean, haters are just way it's an indicator to know that you're doing something right. If you were doing something wrong, I mean, obviously people are still gonna tell you what to do and make you better, but people don't critique mediocrity, right? There's no reason to. Why would you? It's just, oh, he's just average. He's doing what he's supposed to do. It's when you break that barrier and you're trying to be something greater than what you are. And you're striving to be your best version of yourself. So for me, my why is I want what Grant Jones Entertainment stands for is I want to be a vessel. I want to be a beacon of light. I want to be and now I'm sounding like Will Smith a little bit. You can see who I emulate, but I want to be able to give you guys permission to be yourself when you're rocking with me, whether I'm DJing, whether I'm hosting. I want to be that best version of myself to say, hey, you don't have to hide. If you like eating crackers and cheese in the movie theater, go ahead and do that. Then, if you like, wearing mismatched socks, be yourself. That honestly, we live in a society where everyone's just trying to fit in. And that's where I want to allow people to be like, the reason why you are made the way you are is so you could stand out. Nobody can ever be you. And so for me, I'm always a party starter at these parties or the weddings and stuff like that. I've always been the one to be the first on the dance floor. Now I'm just using my gifts to say, hey, this is what I'm doing, but I want you to come and join the party and celebrate life with me. I want you to be yourself. So anytime I can find ways to better myself to make sure other people know like I can do it, you can do it. Look at all the shit, excuse my language, but look at all the stuff I've been through and I'm still, going upward. I might have some downward spirals, I might have some tribulations that I go through. It's just life. I heard an analogy the other day. They were just saying, man, I just wish I could just be balanced, right? I just wish everything would just be straight line. And if you think about that, a heartbeat, it goes up and down, up and down. If you ever got balanced like that, that's flatline. You dead. You know what I mean? So it's crazy, and I love life so much. I'm so passionate about life where you don't know what good is until you experience bad, or you wouldn't appreciate it as much. If you weren't broke and you were just rich, you might feel entitled and you might not want to work hard. So I think understanding your why and when you're focused, if I see how another family seen living right, and I don't want to live like that. Okay, now I have motivation to say, okay, I can't do what he's doing. I got to do what's right for me. And so anytime I can be motivating or kind of just be that example for people to lean on and be like, wow, Grant, you really doing it out here. I'm inspired by that. I want to inspire people and make sure they're being the best version of them.